Hello, I'm David from DRK Imports, and today I'd like to show you one of the vehicles that we currently have in stock for sale. Just over my shoulder is a 2010 Toyota Voxy 2 litre with a lift and rise disabled adapted passenger seat. So I'm just going to give you a quick walk around of the vehicle, show you what it's like inside, and we'll show you the operation of the seat. As I've just said, this is a 2010 Toyota Voxy. This has got a 2 litre engine coupled to a CVT automatic transmission. It's a factory body kit with factory roof spoiler, factory Toyota alloy wheels. It's got 8 seats. On paper it returns 42 miles to the gallon, and the key feature with this car is it's got a disabled adapted fully electric passenger seat which lifts out, swivels and drops to the floor. Now this happens both by the operation of a fob and those buttons also on the seat. So I'm going to show you that first because it's the main feature of the car. So we'll just open the passenger side here and you can see. So there's your seat and there's the buttons on the side. So it operates, as I said, from both, but I've got the key fob in my hand, so I'll arm that and then we'll start to move it. As you can see, it's starting to twist there and it'll eventually pull itself out and it lowers itself almost to the ground to make it easier for transferring somebody from a wheelchair into it, and obviously they can operate it themselves. Once they're sat in the chair, you can use the button at the side, like I said, and that'll put it back in. So as you can see, it's really close to the ground to make things a lot easier. So we'll just pop it back inside the vehicle. Now I made the mistake with this yesterday when I was cleaning it. I didn't put the seat back in properly, and when I closed the door it kept beeping at me, and it took me quite a long time to work it out. But you'll see here, when this eventually swivels back in, if I keep my finger held down on the button, it'll beep twice, and when it beeps twice you know that it's okay to close the door and that everything's securely back in place, and you can then move the seat forwards or backwards wherever you need it for legroom. So there we go, there's the beep twice. So now it's safe for me to close the door and it won't keep beeping at me. So I'm just gonna nip you around to the driver's side so that you can see in there, and we'll give it a start up and I'll show you around the rest of the car. So if I just sit in here, it's smart keys for this, and there's a little start button here. So if I just pop my foot down on the brake and press the button, it's got usual that you would expect: electric windows, central locking, keyless entry, air conditioning, climate control, etc, etc. Built-in hard drive with a DVD player, and there's a DVD screen in the back that flips down, so you can pop a DVD in here and it'll play on the front and the back. Pop the bonnet and just show you under there, and then we'll have a look in the center row and I'll show you in the back as well. Let's see if I can do this with one hand without it causing too much of a disaster. There we go. So, typical import, and it's nice and clean in there. You're gonna have to excuse the wind noise on this one. I did do this video earlier on this morning, only when I got home there was no sound on it whatsoever. So I must have done something wrong, or maybe there's an issue with my phone, I don't know. So there's your second row of seats. There's plenty of leg room. There's also ISOFIX on here, both sides, and if you want to get into the back, little lever here, you just press that and it pulls the seat up, and it's quite easy to just pull it forwards. As you can see there, plenty of leg room in the back. There's 3 seats across the back, and there's also a third headrest and a proper seat belt that comes down from the ceiling. There's also controls for the heating in the rear, which I'll show you when we get round to the other side. Both rear doors are electric, power sliding, operate from the handle and from the key, which I'll show you when we get to the other side. I'll open the other one with a key. So if we pop the boot up, as you can see, there's plenty of space even with all the seats up. And if you want extra room for your shopping, you can just lift this little cubby here. There's loads of space in there. It's really quite deep. I had one of these a while ago, a black one, and I was using it quite a lot. I used it for shopping and everything. I found it really quite practical. So if you want to fold one of the seats up, there's a little lever down here. You just pull it and it lifts up very, very easily. And if you want to lock them into place, there's a little seatbelt clip. You just pop it out there and clip it in there. I'll show you with this one, and then I won't do it with the other one. So he says if I loosen it off, then it'll, there we go, that'll pull it out, and we can just clip it in nice and secure. And you've got quite a lot of space in there. And then if I do the same with the second one, you'll see that it's really quite large once you lift them out. When you've got full headspace, it's great. So we'll just pop the boot down. So as I said, I was going to open this door with the remote control when I find the key in my pocket. But both doors will operate from the key. I think I had this problem on the last video with no sound. Let me turn the engine off and then see if it works. I think it's a security measure. So we just stop the engine. If I press this button, yeah, okay, so there's a security feature. When the engine's running, door won't open from outside with the key. So if I just show you in here, there you go. So there's your rear heating controls for passengers, which can be operated. And this seat's exactly the same as the other one. You just pull it up and it lifts up, pulls loads and loads of space. I'll close this door off the key. I'll just show you how much space there is inside the rear with all the seats kind of folded and pushed forward. It's massive. I mean, you could put a folded bed in there, I suppose. So there we have it. 2010 Toyota Voxy, disabled adapted with that seat, and as I said, it operates off the hand control as well. So if anybody is interested in this vehicle, arranging a test drive, if anybody wants any further information, please get in touch. The asking price on this vehicle will include a full service with a gearbox oil change, engine oil and filter change, cabin filter. They'll get a full Toyota main dealer health check, and it will be fully under sealed and come with a 6-month warranty. If anybody would like any details on any other vehicles that we have coming into the UK, or any vehicles that we hold in stock either in Japan or Thailand, please get in touch. That's it. Don't forget, we import from both Japan and Thailand, classic and performance vehicles from Thailand. Lots of 1JZ, 2JZ converted vehicles. Alternative to Chaser is a Nissan Safira. We've got 2 of them due into the UK next month. Both of them are sold, but anybody that's local to us is welcome to come and have a look at the cars. As I said, we do cars to order, so if you want details on the commission importing process, please get in touch. Details will be at the bottom of the screen. I can send them over, we can have a chat on the phone and take it from there, see what your budget is and see what it is that you fancy, whether it's a everyday car, run-of-the-mill, Toyota BB, Skyline, Chaser, Nissan Safira, something from the 60s, 70s or 80s, we can get them all. So there we have it, 2010 Toyota Voxy disabled adapted vehicle. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.